Hello children, in this video I shall deal with Abraham Lincoln's second part. This part consists from page number 64 till page number 66, first paragraph. Now I will give you a quick recapitulation of what we have done in the first part. Firstly, we come to know that eminent and famous people like Darwin, Tennyson, Gladstone were born during his time. And not only that, we also come to know that how a small boy who used to live in a small log cabin was able to live in a big white house. How his settlement changed, how he changed his job, how from a simple lawyer's clerk he was able to join politics and became a politician. How his life story became the life story of the other Americans. Then we come to know that there were two states. The state was divided into two parts: northern states and southern states. Northern states people mainly involved in farming, fishing, and southern states people were mainly involved in cotton, tobacco, mainly large-scale plantation. Now we come to the second part. Please follow the lines to page number 64. In North, slavery did not exist. In South, it not only flourished but was looked upon as necessary for the prosperous and dignified life of the planters. So in the North, it was not it was not prevalent. It did not exist. But in South, it flourished. Now the word flourished means developed. The word flourished means developed. And in South, they used to mainly do this work in order to earn their living and lead a dignified life. The word dignified means having or showing a serious manner. There was much that was cruel and degrading about American slavery, but that was much human. So there was many things that was degrading and cruel, but there were many things which were happy and human also. But as Lincoln said that slavery is nothing. Okay, if nothing, if slavery is not wrong, nothing is wrong. So that was his motion. Struggle began because southern states were not content merely to keep slave system as it existed without any reforms, but wanted to extend it as many as possible for the new states which were rapidly added to the Union between 1784 to 1854. So here it is said that the southern did not want to restrict this. They wanted to extend it, and they wanted to extend these things to the new states which joined very quickly during this era, 1784 to 1854. The Republican Party, of which Lincoln was one of the founders, stood for the principle that there should be no further extension of slavery in the United States. Lincoln and his friends believed that to stamp out and slavery they must wait, but they must not wait to declare against the principle of slavery. Now, Republican Party is the name of the party where Lincoln was the founder, okay? And Lincoln and his other comrades, his other friends, they thought that right now slavery they will not allow to for the extension. Extension means to spread. They will not allow that. And they also thought that maybe they cannot think about sudden change in slavery, okay, but they can definitely take out a decision or form a decision or take out a principle against the slavery system. They can declare something regarding that. Lincoln's position was quite clear. He believed slavery to be wrong and saw that he could have no ground with those who believed to be right. He also saw that a house divided against itself could not stand. So, he used to differ with other people on the ground who used to believe that slavery was right, because he made it very clear that person who believes that slavery is is not a big issue or is okay to these kinds that person cannot be Lincoln's friend. And not only that, there is a proverb in English which says that united we stand, divided we fall. So he says that a change cannot brought in by a single house. So houses need to be unified together in order to bring out the change. This was the fate of the Republican Party, and because Lincoln was one of their most respected and also most moderate leader, it was not long before he was nominated for president. Well, said one of the delegates who visited Lincoln to invite him to stand for office, he said, we might have chosen a handsomer article, but I doubt whether a better. So a delegate who came, he said that we could have chosen a person who looked more handsome, but we definitely couldn't choose somebody better than you, because by quality you are by far the best. Here you means, I mean, Abraham Lincoln was by far the best. Next paragraph. As there was split in the opposite or Democratic Party, the results of the election was not in doubt, and in November 1860, Abraham Lincoln became the first Republican president of the United States. Although the name of the Republicans and Democrat have almost now see. Children, one thing needs to be very clear, that all the concepts and the ideas of Abraham Lincoln moved the people. Okay, they finally were able to know that what he really started, and so in the next few years he was elected the president. Okay, to the original meaning, they are still used in American politics. So Lincoln became the president, and he was made the president. He was the first one. Next part, it was only too clear that Lincoln would not for long be the president of a united country. It was clear that Lincoln cannot be the president, and not for a longer time, for a united country like this. Immediately on his election, he had to face the gravest decision ever. In the early times of his career, he had to face gravest decision, bold decisions. He had to take up many decisions. The dissatisfied southern states at once prepared to leave union to serve all the connection with their fellow countrymen in the north, and to set up the country a confederacy of the slave states. Now confederacy, this means a union. Okay, the word confederacy, it means union. So what is said, that immediately after his election he has to face many kind of decisions as a president, and the southern states, they were many a times dissatisfied, because they were involved in, they loved being slave. They actually supported the slavery system, but Lincoln was against it, and so he had to, he tried to make up a separate league for the southern people, and they had to be termed as the slave states. It was for Lincoln to decide whether they were to be allowed to do this, or whether the union must be safeguarded by the Civil War. Now Lincoln had to decide that can they do this? Can they name the southern states as the slave states because of this? Or they must be safeguarded by a civil war. Okay, they must. Now the word safeguard means a measure to protect, or so here the word safeguard means measure to protect. So he thought that whether a civil war will be able to protect them. There is no doubt that the South succeeded. Now here seceded means withdraw formally from membership. Withdraw formally from membership is the meaning of seceded, and afterwards fought for one main object. Now due to this, the South, okay, they came out of that group, okay, because they thought that Lincoln will never allow them will support their system of slavery. So they were themselves out of the system, and they withdraw their membership from it. They also held passionately that they had a right to break away from the union if they wished, and they replied that if they want, they can anytime break out. So they just broke out. On these issues, they were firm. Firm means very stubborn and sticky to that point. As soon as a Republican victory in the elections were clear, they prepared to fight. After this decided that they're going to launch a fight. They're going to fight on this matter. North were against any extension of slavery, and they were also determined that the union should not be broken for any cause whatever. Union means togetherness. It cannot be broken. It cannot be separate. So they made sure that whatever is the cause, the union cannot be broken. Next paragraph. Although the Civil War, which now broke out between North and South, was concerned with the issue of slavery, another great question that had first to be decided: had any one of the states of the Union the right to secede from a separate state? Now, obviously, there was a difference between North and South. North did not support slavery. South people and southern states actually supported slavery. But another question that had come up, you can just underline that part, that had any of the states of the Union the right to secede and form a separate state? Can South actually come out of that unionship? Can they actually, break out the membership and form another state? Was it possible? South said yes. The North said emphatic no. So the North said no, you can't do that. You can't just break out. The South said yes. It was this question above all others, even above that of slavery, that President Lincoln was determined to face. From the beginning of Lincoln refused to compromise. From the very beginning, Lincoln decided that he is not going to sacrifice. He treated the southern states as rebels. So he used to treat them as rebels, and he would hear no talk, and he would not hear anybody talk, any southern people talk. Beginning only, I have told you, Lincoln thought that the person who actually think that slavery is okay, or the slavery system is okay, Lincoln can have no connection with that particular person or the group. So it was very obvious for him to consider them as a rebel. United States of America must be saved, and must become the great nation that Washington and other founders intended. For this ideal, Lincoln, hating war as he did, accepted the challenge of a civil war in which for 4 years men hated and killed their fellow countrymen. After this war broke out, although Lincoln did not want, still there was a 4-year war between the year 1861 to year 1865, and the main cause was this. So this much is for your second unit. The link of the second video will be given in the description of this. I will give you the question answer of this part definitely, and I will also try to send you a PDF where I'll be giving you certain questions which I will be giving you and you will be writing. And then in the next video I will be just giving you the questions. I'll tell you where will be the answers from, and as we used to do in class, you will be writing down those questions. But I will definitely give you some additional questions which I will give, as I cannot dictate it. I'll be trying to give it to you in PDF form. Thank you, and please follow the class.